Ding 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 dum dum bum 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 bum
Hello and welcome to 60 Second Retro Gamer. I'm Simon Pryor, joining me are Ant Tremaine and Rich Hassan.
Hello.
Gents.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yes, let's not go into that again.
We are here today to talk about
An abomination.
an abomination.
Yes.
Crazy Frog Racer. The
Remember
abomination isn't necessarily the game, but the annoying thing is the abomination. Ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding.
I still have a found love for him.
I
You
think
would.
you're in a minority of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
As usual.
Yeah. And so the blurb on the back of the box. There's very little information on the internet about this game.
I like how the box, there's so little to say, so they filled up the space with another 3 languages.
French, Italian, and Spanish. Ride with the annoying thing in a high octane riot
I wouldn't say it was high octane.
No, or a riot.
through cityscapes and underground mayhem. It's the same course with cones put up.
Mayhem, I'd say, is probably the
Yeah.
good term to
Blast
sum up
your
this game.
opponents, picking up zany power-ups and super boosts. This is your chance to either join the annoying thing or help beat him. Now basically the box art as well. It's essentially a Mario Kart clone. On every single level there is a point in the track where you drop down a horrendous height, so the crazy frog can go "Wee!" and then you carry on racing.
Yeah.
That's on every single track. Every single track also looks the same. It looks grey, boring, dull, horrible, and dull again.
From what I played of it, you pick up power-ups, but you only ever seem to get one.
Yeah.
I had one where two sort
And you're
of
always flying
UFO
off the edges as well.
I had one
It's
where
like Rainbow Road, but rubbish.
I had one where two UFOs sort of hovered over my head and then disappeared. They did nothing, no matter how many times I pressed the shoot button.
So, reading from the back of the box, over 8 unique characters. So
9.
There are actually 9. There's 8 unlocked, you unlock 1 more. That's it.
I thought you were only joking when you said
No.
that.
So that's genuine. Anytime it says it's a particular trope, if it says over 8 unique characters, that means
There's
9.
one more that
Plus
we haven't
one more.
mentioned.
Yeah. There's
Plus
4 different multiplayer modes, but we didn't really look at that. It was,
No.
Split screen was about as far as
Yeah.
me and
That, and even that was too much.
12 tracks, that's pushing it a little bit. It's the same
It's
track.
one track with 12 different layouts.
Yeah.
12
And,
different cone
And
layouts.
3 cups. Egg cup, kidney dish. This was it was actually released in 2005, I believe it was. Is it 2005?
Just
2005
at the
by Digital Jesters. I'm not even going to do that in the mesh level. And published by Nico or Neko Entertainment, who also published the second one, which
Is
we'll
he being
do.
touched inappropriately on the
Probably.
front of that? I say.
And you can have up to 2 players.
Oh.
There's championship
no
mode.
multi-tap support.
No. Championship mode, where you confront your competitors or friends in 3 championships, comprised of 4 different circuits, either single or multiplayer. You get points, typical racing game, points at the end. In the mode, in single player, the player can unlock the Funny Cup Championship after winning the Baby Cup. You can choose from 12 different courses to challenge your competitors or friends in frantic races.
In other words, who can get the most angry first?
Yeah.
Whilst trying to go around
There's
these
also
confusing tracks.
time trial and battle modes and chase race, where the player is pursued by a drone. The player must survive as long as possible on the circuit before his energy gauge runs out. Chase race ends when the energy bar is completely depleted.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. There's bonuses. You can collect credits and armour and bits and bobs. There's board spheres, 2 slit spheres. In fact, the names are better than the game. The 2 slit sphere. The upper part of the board can rotate and it has 2 horizontal slots where 2 blades come out and swirl around. It remains active throughout the race and disappears when a player touches it. To be touched, a vehicle must come rather near it.
So it's not touching it then.
To be touched, a vehicle must come rather near it.
Did I say rather near it?
Yeah.
That's
what it says.
So it's not touching it.
It's not touching it. It's that
it's
close.
within the vicinity.
It's that close.
You can nearly touch it.
Yeah. There are 3 types of sphere: the board sphere, the 2 slit sphere, and the made-up sphere.
What?
The made-up sphere has 2 parts. The 2 halves split several yards apart and form a magnetic field that cuts across part of the track. It remains active throughout the race and disappears when a player touches it. To be touched, a vehicle must pass between the 2 demi-spheres.
I remember them.
There are mines, several types of mine, missiles, laser beams, mortar bombs.
That's something that kept... Oh, no.
Boosts and shields. That's what hovers
Oh,
over you.
okay. It was a
Shields,
shield. It
yeah.
didn't make it abundantly clear that's what
And
it was.
to save, you insert an 8 megabyte PlayStation 2 memory card.
I remember when I had an 8 megabyte PlayStation 2 memory card, and I was like, holy monkey balls.
Yeah.
That's an 8 megabyte card.
8 megabytes. The PS1 only had 1 megabyte. This is 8 megabytes. It's full. What?
Oh, bugger.
I now have 3.
I think I had 2, but I don't know what happened to some of them.
I've got 2. I think they're scattered amongst my different PlayStation cases. PlayStation 2 cases.
This is such a brilliant game manual as well that on page 15 it goes into the French version, much like the back of the box.
Which is probably just as awful as the English version.
Yeah, so you look at 14 pages of manual.
Cack.
Yeah. Characters, we've got the annoying thing, Jack, who looks a bit special. Ellie, who is like
a fairy from Spyro, isn't it?
Matilda, who's a cow. I think Matilda's actually the.
Got mad cow disease from the look of it.
Flash, who's a hoodie. Grim, who's another hoodie. Drone, who's a big robot. Michelle, who's a French chef.
Crazy French chef.
A maniacal French chef. And a Bobo, who looks like a ninja. A frog ninja.
A frog ninja. From upside down, it looks like a monkey.
To be honest, where I'm sat, it looks like a monkey as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sat right next to you.
Though.
No.
Story. Well, there isn't.
There isn't one.
The annoying thing and his generic character's race. That's
graphics.
Graphics poor.
As you said, they were
grey, brown, drab.
The colour looked washed out as well.
It's all very much. The courses have no individuality or uniqueness to them. It's like they designed one massive course and then created lots of like little races around that course, and then created like 12 tracks out of it.
Very inventive.
Not
I mean, I think me and you had the same problem, flying off the top of this huge hill.
Yeah.
But because they'd cordoned off the straight ahead bit and you had to turn, you couldn't turn in midair, so you'd be flung off the track and have to go back onto it again and lose miserably inadvertently.
Yes.
That's rubbish.
It's
really bad.
It's not very good at all.
If they were going to do that, they should have at least made it. I know it's not very realistic, but
There's a jukebox option.
I don't
Listen to music from the game.
Right.
Oh, isn't it the one with the 2 videos, or is that the second?
No, that's the
that's
second one. But they should have made the option where you could sort of turn in mid-air so that you could adjust to the track.
Well, you could.
Just about.
The tracks weren't very well designed.
No.
That's the problem. So gameplay and controls. Controls quite unresponsive.
Yeah, generic.
They were quite. I found them to be quite twitchy as well.
Yeah.
Like if you were going at speed, you couldn't sort of just hold the stick down and sort of like in Mario Kart, for example, where you could control.
Yeah.
You know, when you
like
do
power slides.
Yeah,
and
power
stuff.
slide. There's no option to power slide. Okay, it's an anti-grav.
Yeah, and the annoying thing doesn't actually have a vehicle. He hovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Everyone else at least has something to squat upon.
Yeah.
But him, he's just there going ring, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But and if you to try and sort of take a normal corner, you'd either find that you'd end up sort of shooting off.
Yeah.
Into the wall usually.
Or it would take a while to. Well, I don't know.
Sometimes it would steer well, and other times it would just not, and just you'd crash half the time, wouldn't you?
And then you lose your momentum, obviously, and because the computer can do what computers do.
Yes.
Cheat their way to the top.
Yeah.
You obviously lose quite a lot.
Yes.
Shafted.
Learning to share or to shaft.
Yeah.
And the computer shafts.
Yeah. All the time.
So, I mean, I wouldn't really rate the gameplay or the controls. because it's very, very definitely a budget release title.
This is almost a blast.
Only on the
Game.
PS2.
Funnily enough.
that's all
No
I'll
one
say.
else would buy it.
No, I don't think it's released on any other consoles, but even so, it's a good indication of how bad some games were on the PS2. At least with Nintendo generally have some form of quality control when they release games. Microsoft, you've got to jump through a few hoops. PlayStation, it's like, yeah, anyone, come on.
Well,
Jump on.
PlayStation 2. But
Yeah, PS2
Not so
in
much
particular.
this generation.
No.
No.
So
I think if anything, Wii U, Nintendo have fallen down
they have
that track.
recently, yeah.
Mm.
So
Soundtrack.
It's the music from the advert,
Well, it's remix.
and it's some
Remixed.
generic sort of dance music, Crazy Frog inspired as well. It's not brilliant.
No. not very
If you
good
like the
at
Crazy Frog, or sorry, the annoying thing,
I
I
call
call
him the
him the
crazy,
crazy
frog.
frog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's supposed to be called the annoying thing, but it's a frog. It's crazy, so therefore it's the crazy frog.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like a frog, so
no, it looks a little bit special.
I don't know, it looks a bit like a frog, a little
I
bit.
don't think he looks anything like a frog.
He's got a lovely helmet with goggles.
No, he's got a skid lid.
I do quite like that. I like the fact that they what's the right term? When they chop off your manhood.
Oh,
Oh,
Castrated.
castrated. They have
Castrated
castrated him. I think he
No,
was.
I'm sure there's a word beginning with DE.
They made him a
They
eunuch.
D something or other. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not relevant.
Yeah,
But yeah, the fact
they
in this game,
de-gentlemaned him.
yeah, this is a 3+ on the Peggy 3.
Well, they
plus.
couldn't have his member out, could they? I mean, I remember in the later adverts when they actually realised it was not his belly
Yeah.
button. There's just like a little black rectangle
I also quite like
over his gentleman.
on the it's obviously something. It's like blurring out the Electric Six gay bar video. It's like, you know what's there.
Yeah,
It's a
don't.
neck in a cup. What? It's a pepper grinder. What?
What are you trying to hide?
It's a train entering a tunnel.
It's
He's
a
saying,
hamster crawling through a tunnel.
he's saying nuclear war.
Stop putting a whip over it.
But I like the fact as well that the warnings notice on the back of the box doesn't do it on the second game, but it's in French.
Oh, right.
Attention, chez certaines personnes, l'utilisation de que je nécessite des précautions d'emploi particulières qui sont détaillées dans la notice jointe.
You will catch some sort of uncontrollably
That's to say,
uncurable disease if you utilise this
It's
game.
probably an epilepsy warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dans la no-
Which
yeah.
anyone who doesn't speak
Pay
French
attention
will
to the
not know.
notice. For certain people, blah blah. The utilisation of this game may necessitate precautions. You need to take precautions, particularly paying notice
those
the
easily-
details in the joint notice.
For those easily offended.
Yeah, I think that's basically what that said.
Not for a game.
I also
that's meant to be
apologise
a-
for my poor French accent. For any of our French listeners. I can read French, but I can't really speak it. I can speak un peu, but my accent is terrible, and I'm very, very sorry, and I'm deeply apologetic.
to any French people who may have just offended.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I don't think I'll have offended them. I think I may have concerned them with my poor,
Yeah.
poor ability in the French spoken. Actually, I scored
me.
the lowest on my French. I did get an A at GCSE. But the speaking was my lowest.
I got a U.
score.
Beat that.
No, I'll stick with my A.
Your A.
Yeah, I got an A in French.
No, I meant for lowness. Not
Oh,
good
lowness.
grades. Low grades.
Yeah. And crazyfroggame.com is advertised on the back. I don't know if that's still valid.
Probably not.
There is a different one on the back of Game 2, but we'll discuss that in the next podcast.
Fun factor.
So, yeah, fun fact.
I think the best fun I had was putting the pad down. And away from it.
Turning the console off.
I'm going to actually put this as a solid 1 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one.
It's. I mean, it's
Putting the
not.
game back in the case.
I wouldn't say it's absolutely hideous. It's not the worst game ever. It's,
not-
just,
No.
you can
it's not
play it.
very entertaining.
You play it, you just don't get any fun
I
out of it.
wouldn't
Yeah.
want to play it again. though.
No.
No, I probably will, just to unlock the cow.
Playable, but with no reason for you to go back afterwards, which
that's it.
doesn't bode well for any sort of
Well,
game.
it's a bit like when I finished Babe.
Oh. Don't brag about
The fact that there were only 18 levels
As
instead of
opposed to
50,
50.
which is what the box said, was a blessing. But that's 5 hours of my life I'm not going to get back.
that. Good God.
So yeah, Crazy Frog Racer. So 3 games we'd recommend instead of this: Mario Kart.
Any of them, because even the 16-bit Mario Kart is better than.
Actually, 16-bit Mario Kart on the SNES is possibly the best. Yeah. Although Mario Kart 64 does come close.
I would, for me, that was the first Mario Kart game I ever second.
Yeah.
So
Super
for me, it holds a certain.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, it's probably
sentimentality.
The best, yeah, it's the best Mario Kart game I've played because I like the ability to power slide and build up the turbo boost while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing on the N64. That was the Mario Kart rival.
I never played that.
It did a very good job.
No.
I haven't played it too much myself, but it is quite a strong title, although it does suffer from the fact that you don't know who half the characters are. Much like Crazy Frog Racer in that respect.
Yeah.
There's Diddy Kong, and that's about it. I can't recall anyone else. And Crash Team Racing.
Which was very good.
Yeah, I very
Mario
much
Kart with Crash Bandicoot characters.
CTR I very much liked.
It
had a nice twist on the karting format, although it did feel as though you were driving a little bit slow.
Yeah.
It's like you're plodding along there. It had no sense of speed. It's not like a Sonic game.
No, it's... Yeah.
Just a bit of a...
Very much like the motorbike bits in Crash 3,
Yeah.
really. You didn't feel like going very fast at all.
That's it. So those are the 3 we'd recommend. They're all better.
Significantly better.
By a long shot.
Yeah, by comparison, this game is insignificant.
I bet even that Crash Nitro Racing, whatever it's called, is
On the
probably
PS2,
better than this
probably.
cack. PS3, isn't it?
But there's PS2.
Oh, was the one on PS2? Oh, sorry.
I don't... Have they released any Crash Racing games on PS2?
I think so.
I don't believe...
PS3?
Yeah.
I don't think they have.
Have they not?
Well, because it's... it used to be Naughty Dog.
Oh, no, they haven't. Sorry, no. I am mistaken, I can tell you now.
I'm going to look it up after the
Crash
podcast.
what? Strandicoot?
Spandicoot.
The lesser known cousin of...
Yeah, but I'm going to look it up after the podcast.
Yes.
So, Crazy Frog Racer, not really worth your time. Play one of the 3 we've recommended instead. I think that's the
Play.
Unless you've got money to burn,
Yes.
play it.
Well, it's only, you can pick it up for like £2, or go into your local CEX.
That's still $1.99 too much.
It's probably about £1 in CEX if they've got it.
That's still 99p too much.
Well, no, because you say that. I mean,
I'd probably pay a penny for it. That would be satisfactory for me.
Would you pay a penny plus £2 postage?
Oh, now you're asking. No.
Because that's what I did. I paid a penny plus £2
I'd pick it up
postage.
from a shop for a penny, which will probably never happen. So I will never buy it.
Yeah. We can always borrow mine.
I would.
If you're that desperate.
I would rather put my gentleman in a tub full of piranhas.
Do you know what I'd rather do than play this again?
Go on.
Listen to the Crazy Frog song.
Yeah, there you go. No, listen to the Crazy Frog in itself on its own.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to wrap it up there anyway.
Yeah.
So, it's not the best racing game. Play one of the better ones. Move on. It's not really worth it. Even if you're a fan of the Crazy Frog from back in the day, just
like
move
me.
on.
Yeah,
Move on.
I liked this.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. If you want to get in touch, drop us an email, info@randomstoke.com. You can also find all of our videos and former previous podcasts on the website at randomstoke.com. There's also a link to the Twitter feed. And you've got Twitter, but you can't remember what it's.
No, I'm sure it's like
what the
Gothic
name is.
Dude or something. You'll find it off browse.
And yeah, you've got 2 on there.
Yes, I've got my composing one as well. I forgot about
Yeah.
it, which is Anthony Trumet, but I couldn't put the E on, so they put a 1 instead for some reason.
Okay.
At the end of my name, go figure.
Weird. Randomstoke.com for everything we've done previously, for any news announcements of anything else that may be coming soon, and we'll be back next time with another exciting episode of 60 Second Gamer, or Retro Gamer as the case may be. So thank you for listening, and goodbye for now. Goodbye.
Toodle pip.
This has been a Random Stoke production. Please visit www.randomstoke.com for more.